So the question is, what is democratic socialism? हमने सोशलिज्म के बारे में पढ़ा है और हमने देखा है कि जब भी बात सोशलिज्म की आइडियोलॉजी की होती है देन वी स्टार्ट रिमेंबरिंग वन पॉलिटिकल थिंकर and that political thinker is Karl Marx. But in this video, I'm going to argue that there are also types and variants of socialism which do not find their origin from Karl Marx. Non-Marxist variants of socialism. Democratic socialism is one of that type of socialism which can be called a non-Marxist socialism. In this video, we will try to understand what is democratic socialism and what are its distinctive features. Socialism is an attractive ideology. It is an extremely attractive ideology. You have to accept it. Very attractive. And why this ideology is attractive? Because the reason is simple. Because it appeals to the masses. It appeals to the masses, the common people, the common public, the masses who happen to have less, own less, but want more. Masses जिसके पास बहुत कम है. Okay, the common people, they have very less, they own very less, but they want more. They want more. So this ideology or this philosophy or worldview of socialism, it appeals to the masses, and that is why it is very powerful and very attractive. Socialism makes people see a dream of and also makes them believe in that dream, the dream of material and economic equality. The core idea of socialism is equality, but what kind of equality? It does not talk about political equality, because liberalism is also an ideology which talks about political equality. The distinctive aspect of socialism is its focus on material equality, economic equality. So it makes people see the dream of economic equality and also makes them believe in that dream. आर्थिक समानता, इकोनॉमिक इक्वालिटी, जिस इकोनॉमिक इक्वालिटी की बात मैं यहाँ पर कर रहा हूँ, जिस आर्थिक समानता को समाज में स्थापित करने की बात यहाँ पर हो रही है, ये जो परिकल्पना है, ये जो इमेजिनेशन है, ये जो ड्रीम है, इस पर सिर्फ लोग बिलीव ही नहीं करते, आसानी से सिर्फ बिलीव ही नहीं करते, बल्कि इस सपने को हकीकत बनाने के लिए लोग कुछ भी करने को तैयार होते हैं. यू जस्ट नीड टू शो देम द पाथ एंड दे आर रेडी टू वॉक ऑन दैट पाथ टू अचीव दिस गोल ऑफ इकोनॉमिक इक्वालिटी, दिस मटीरियल इक्वालिटी. अगर आप लोगों से कहेंगे कि यू कैन अचीव दिस मटीरियल इक्वालिटी, इकोनॉमिक इक्वालिटी इन सोसाइटी थ्रू वायलेंट रेवोल्यूशन, देन people will follow this path of violent revolution also. कार्ल मार्क्स ने सोशलिज्म के जिस आइडियोलॉजी को डेवलप किया, जिसे उन्होंने साइंटिफिक सोशलिज्म भी कहा, कार्ल मार्क्स की सोशलिज्म में वायलेंट रेवोल्यूशन का स्कोप है. यू कैन यूज द फिलोसफी, द आइडियोलॉजी ऑफ कार्ल मार्क्स टू सपोर्ट एंड जस्टिफाई वायलेंट revolution in societies in order to establish the socialist goals or achieve the socialist goals or to establish socialism in society. तो सोशलिज्म का वो वेरिएंट जो कि कार्ल मार्क्स के दिखाए इस रास्ते पर चलकर सोशलिज्म को इस्टेब्लिश करने की बात करता है. That means through violent revolutionary means, the variant of socialism which talks about establishing socialism and achieving socialist goals through violent revolutionary means, that type of socialism is called communist socialism. और कम्युनिस्ट सोशलिज्म के भी कई वेरिएंट हैं डिपेंडिंग अपॉन हु यू आर रेफरिंग टू. स्टैलिन, इनका अपना वेरिएंट है कम्युनिस्ट सोशलिज्म. लेनिन, इनका अपना वेरिएंट है. माओ, इनका अपना वेरिएंट है. सो even in communist socialism you will have variant, you will have types, but one thing which will be common among all these variants of socialism which we are referring to here as communist socialism is that they are going to support violent revolutionary means for establishing socialism and achieving socialist goals in society. लेकिन सोशलिज्म का एक नॉन मार्क्सिस्ट वर्जन भी है. ओके, देयर इज अ नॉन मार्क्सिस्ट आइडियोलॉजी ऑफ सोशलिज्म जहाँ पे ये कहा जाता है कि वी कैन अचीव द सोशलिस्ट गोल्स. The socialist goal, the most important among them is to establish economic equality and material equality in society. We can achieve these socialist goals through peaceful and democratic means. We don't have to follow the path of revolution, violent revolution. We can achieve socialist goals through peaceful and democratic means also. This variant of socialism is called democratic socialism. आपको यहाँ पर समझना है कि the goals of both the variants of socialism, which we talked about, communist socialism and democratic socialism, the goal is same. The goal is to establish socialism in society. And over here, when we talk about establishing socialism in society, we mean having economic equality, material equality in society. The goal is same, path is different. One adopts a violent revolutionary means or method to achieve the socialist goal. The other variant, that is the democratic socialism, it supports democratic and peaceful methods for achieving these socialist goals. Over here, I would also like to clarify about this idea of economic equality, the socialist goal of economic equality or material equality. यहाँ पर भी एक डिफरेंस है. Okay, upon the interpretation of this goal, economic equality का मतलब क्या है? What is the meaning of economic equality? What is the meaning of material equality? Or what does it mean to have economic equality in society? There is also a difference between communist socialism and democratic socialism. For the communist socialist, economic equality would mean abolishing all private property. सभी तरह के प्राइवेट प्रॉपर्टी को अबॉलिश करना, मीन्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन, फोर्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन को कलेक्टिवाइज करना, इनके ऊपर गवर्नमेंट के, स्टेट के कंट्रोल को, स्टेट की ओनरशिप को स्टैब्लिश करना. सो स्टेट विल कंट्रोल एंड हैव ओनरशिप ऑफ ऑल द प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ अ गिवन सोसाइटी, एंड देन स्टेट विल डिस्ट्रीब्यूट दोज प्रॉपर्टी among the people equally, and in this way the state can ensure economic equality. So this is what economic equality means in communist socialism. लेकिन democratic socialism में economic equality का मतलब अलग होता है. You know, the democratic socialist, they are not going to support this argument of abolition of private property. They are not supporting this argument of abolition of private property or collectivizing all the property of a given society and having control, complete control of the means and force of production of the economy. This is not the meaning of economic equality in democratic socialism. डेमोक्रेटिक सोशलिज्म में इकोनॉमिक इक्वालिटी का मतलब है एक ऐसे कंडीशन को डेवलप करना, समाज में एक ऐसे कंडीशन को डेवलप करना, एक ऐसे सोशियो इकोनॉमिक कंडीशन को डेवलप करना जहाँ रिच और पुअर के बीच बहुत अधिक गैप ना हो, जहाँ हर व्यक्ति, आप चाहे गरीब हो या बहुत ज़्यादा गरीब हो, इवन देन हर व्यक्ति अपने जीवन को जीने के लिए जो बेसिक नेसेसिटीज़ होती हैं, फूड, क्लोथिंग, शेल्टर, ऑल दीज बेसिक नेसेसिटीज़, ईच इंडिविजुअल इज केपेबल इनफ to satisfy these basic needs of his life. This is what is the meaning of economic equality in democratic socialism. The gap between rich and poor should not be too wide. इतना गैप नहीं होना चाहिए कि अमीर इतना अमीर हो जाए कि वो एक गरीब को खरीद ले और गरीब इतना गरीब हो जाए कि उसे अपने आप को बेचना पड़े. So ये जो डिस्पैरिटी है और ये जो गैप है रिच एंड पुअर, ये गैप नहीं होना चाहिए. हमें एक ऐसा सोशो इकोनॉमिक कंडीशन समाज में बिल्ड करना है जहाँ एक मिनिमम लेवल ऑफ मटेरियल प्रॉस्पेरिटी हर व्यक्ति के पास हो, एक मिनिमम इकोनॉमिक कैपेबिलिटी हर व्यक्ति के पास हो, जिसके माध्यम से वो व्यक्ति अपने जीवन के मूलभूत आवश्यकताओं को, बेसिक नीड्स को फुलफिल कर सके और एक डिग्निफाइड ह्यूमन लाइफ जी सके. और अगर कोई व्यक्ति यहाँ पर इस बेसिक मटेरियल कैपेबिलिटी को अचीव करने में सक्षम नहीं है, देन स्टेट वुड इंटरवीन एंड स्टेट वुड हेल्प दैट इंडिविजुअल through redistribution of wealth of the society. State can tax the rich and take some money from them and give it to the poor so that they are also able to live a dignified life. They are also able to have that basic minimum capability of enjoying their freedom, enjoying the human life. Democratic socialism के अंतर्गत economic equality का मतलब private property को abolish करना नहीं होता. It does not support the argument of abolishing private property and collectivizing all the means and force of production. No, it does not. There will be a prominent role of a state in the economy, and some sectors of the economy will be controlled by the state, will be owned by the state, because over here the state will have a function of ensuring that everyone in society has a basic minimum level of material prosperity and economic well-being. And the state cannot do this if it does not have resources. And from where the state will get resources? The state will get resources through its participation in economy. So state is going to own some sectors of the economy. We are going to have a system of progressive taxation where the state is going to tax the rich and use the money to support or to promote the well-being and welfare of the poor who cannot support themselves. So इस तरह के programs यहाँ पर run किए जाएंगे state के द्वारा, and all these methods are democratic and peaceful methods of achieving the socialist goal of establishing socialism in society. Over here हम यहाँ पर violent revolution के through सोशलिज्म को अचीव नहीं कर रहे हैं, हम यहाँ पर पीसफुल और डेमोक्रेटिक तरीके से सोशलिज्म को अचीव कर रहे हैं. डेमोक्रेटिक सोशलिज्म की एक और खासियत है कि यहाँ पर ये कहा जाता है दैट अपार्ट फ्रॉम इंश्योरिंग इकोनॉमिक इक्वालिटी एंड मटेरियल प्रॉस्पेरिटी ऑफ एवरीवन, वी विल ऑल्सो हैव इक्वल पॉलिटिकल राइट्स and respect for the basic human freedom in society. Basic liberties will also be given to the people. Communist socialism, they do not talk about political rights. They do not talk about fundamental rights. They do not talk about liberty. In democratic socialism, apart from ensuring economic equality, they also talk about giving people political right. That means people will have the right to choose their government. They will have the right to choose their government. It also talks about giving people basic freedom, basic liberties. So, whatever basic liberties we require, we will have that in a democratic socialist society. India. India happens to be a best example of a democratic socialism. You see, the Nordic countries, they also uphold the quintessential and the basic ideas of a democratic socialism. So, I hope that this idea, the concept of democratic socialism, is clear to you. If you want to learn more about political ideologies like liberalism, socialism, and other political concepts and theories in more detail for a competitive exam like UPSC and UGC NET JRF, then you are welcome to join our online course on political science.